what's up? It's your girl, Oh Honey Rollins, and I am back. I am back with another video, and we are still on the Proverbs 31-day challenge. Today is day 14, and 2 weeks, like consistently. I am so happy and so grateful to be doing this. And my mind has just been so expanded on ways that I can change my life. So I hope it's the same for you. Again, in this season of learning and understanding Proverbs, we are keeping in the forefront of our mind Psalms 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will grant you the desires of your heart. Also, James 21 through 22. Get rid of all filth and evil in your lives, and humbly accept the word God has planted in your hearts, for it has the power to save your souls. 23. Don't just read it, don't just listen to it, but do as it says. Otherwise, you are just fooling yourself. Those are the two scriptures that we keep in the forefront of our mind as we go throughout this season specifically, but also throughout life. Like, remember, something that you do and you've been doing, you want to keep doing it, because you will start to see progress. You will start to see things change, your perspective change, and your mind open, your heart open to a new living, a new way. And you have to keep watering it. If you do not continue to water the flower, which is yourself, if you do not continue to feed it, then you will dry up. Okay? So let's get into it. Whew. Let me catch my breath first. Proverbs 14. Again, I am reading from the New Living Translation. It reads, a wise woman builds her home. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get into what the women do, besides the immoral women. A wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. Those who follow the right path fear the Lord. Those who take the wrong path despises him. A fool's proud talk becomes a rod that beats him, but the words of the wise keep him safe. Keep them safe. Without oxen, a stable stays clean, but you need a strong ox for a large harvest. An honest witness does not lie. A false witness breathes lies. A mocker seeks wisdom and never finds it, but knowledge comes easily to those who with understanding. A mocker seeks wisdom and never finds it, but knowledge comes easily to those with understanding. Stay away from fools, for you won't find knowledge on their lips. The prudent understand where they are going, but fools deceive themselves. Fools make fun of guilt, but the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. Fools make fun of sin, but the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. Yes. Boom. Fools mock sin, but the godly acknowledge the sin and seek reconciliation. That's what we're doing right now. We are being faced with the understanding of the sin that we have done, and we're looking for counsel, seeking reconciliation for the things that we have done wrong, and we're working hard at trying to get it right. That's what I'm doing. Each heart knows its own bitterness, but no one else can fully share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the godly will flourish. There is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Okay, what y'all talking about? Romans 6:21. I gotta do some research real quick. Seek some understanding. Let's see, Romans 6. It references Romans 6:21. So we're gonna go to that real quick and see what they're talking about. Okay, so in Proverbs it says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. But its end is the way of death. There is a man that seems right. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. There is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. Okay. And 6:21 says, and what was the result? You are now ashamed of the things you used to do, things that end in eternal doom. But now you are free from the power But now you are free from the power of sin, and they have become slaves of God. But now you are free from the power of sin and have become slaves of God. Absolutely. Okay. Let's get back on the right path. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can fully share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the godly will flourish. There is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. It's a path that seems right, and it's wrong, because you following your own will that makes sense to you, to man. And that's why it's referencing Romans 6:21. Because let's start at 20. When you were slaves to sin, you were free from the obligation to do right. And what was the result? You are now ashamed of the things you used to do, things that end in eternal doom. But now you are free from the power of sin and have become slaves of God. If you want to be a slave to somebody, be a slave to God. And we working on it. Okay? Laughter can conceal a heavy heart, but when the laughter ends, the grief remains. Backsliders get what they deserve. Good people receive their reward. Change my colors back. Only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. The wise are cautious and avoid danger. Fools plunge ahead with reckless confidence. Short-tempered people do foolish things, and schemers are hated. Simpletons are clothed with foolishness, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Evil people will bow before good people. The wicked will bow at the gates of the godly. The poor are despised even by their neighbors, while the rich have many friends. It is a sin to belittle one's neighbor. Blessed are those who help the poor. If you plan to do evil, you will be lost. If you plan to do good, you will receive unfailing love and faithfulness. Work brings profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. I've heard that before. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Wealth is a crown of the wise. The effort of fools yields only foolishness. A truthful witness saves lives, but a false witness is a traitor. Those who fear the Lord are secure. He will be a refuge for their children. Fear of the Lord is a life-giving fountain. It offers escape from the snares of death. A growing population is a king's glory. A prince without subjects have nothing. People with understanding control their anger. A hot temper shows great foolishness. A peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. Jealousy is like cancer in the bones. Those who oppress the poor insult their maker, but helping the poor honors them. The wicked are crushed by disaster, but the godly have, a refuge when they die. Wisdom is enshrined in an understanding heart. Wisdom is not found among fools. Godliness makes a nation great, but sin is a disgrace to any people. A king rejoices in wise servants, but is angry with those who disgrace him. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. Well, so that's chapter 14. That was really good. I really like that. All right, y'all. It was a pleasure meeting again. It was a pleasure reading with you again. Go ahead, meditate on it. Read it over and over. Sometimes you have to read certain parts over and over until it clicks. Like that one I did here previously. Over and over until it clicks. Like if it's not making sense, just read it over and over. Okay? Y'all have a good night. I'm out. Adios.